Hello everyone, welcome back. This is your science teacher. My name is Kunal Chapekar, and on behalf of the Rajkumar College Rajkot, we are going to start with science chapter number 3, and it's a revision. It's a recap session, and in this week we are going to cover chapter number 3 and the continuation of any doubts that you have, we will solve it in this week. So revision part 1 of chapter number 3, topic name safety first, and myself, Mr. Kunal Chapekar. When we talk about the first word safety, I hope everybody can see it. So I'm going to zoom it if any one of us cannot see it. Safety first. Before we begin with safety first, I will give you all 30 seconds. 30 seconds to get hold of your Living Science Class 4 textbook and refer to page number 24. And your 30 seconds starts now. I hope everybody who didn't had their science textbook around, they have got hold of their textbooks. And yes, let's go back to the topic. If everybody, I'm sure the picture might be blurred right now, but I'm going to show you safety first. I hope now you all can see it. So what all can you see over here? First, I have highlighted over here something related to prevention. This is the latest scenario because of COVID-19, coronavirus, because of which we cannot come to school also. And why we cannot come to school? Because of safety reasons, right? And the photo over here, the doctors are wearing PPE kit, personal protective equipment. Second is young boy over here is trying to put his finger in the moving fan. It's a table fan. Obviously, he might get injured until someone saves him. And this is a first aid box that we require if major accidents are around or minor accidents are around. The first thing that we give is the first help that we can give to an injured or a sick person. And this is how the first aid box looks. We're going to check all of these once again. We have done this in the past, safety first. We had done this video on 23rd of April when we originally started our videos online. Many of us who might see this or might hear this video for the first time might be just wondering that what am I talking about? Yes, we had covered it in the past. There were 2 videos uploaded on safety first by me, initial videos. So if you want, you can type my name on YouTube and you will get hold of those videos. And if anybody wants those videos again, you can text me. I will reply you personally with the link. And if anybody is confused, they can also reply to me and I will be glad to assist you. Okay, so I hope everybody has textbook right now, page number 24. While we are doing recap, also we have to keep on mind before I move forward that our unit test 1, which is due, yet there are no confirmed dates, but maybe in the first week of July. We might start with examination first or second week of July. Once we get the confirmation of the dates, but children, do not wait for the confirmation. Please start referring to your textbook line by line, all the sentences. Try to point out difficult words that you feel, important sentences, because we are going to ask you any question that's from the textbook itself. We will guide you. However, you have to refer to all the starting 3 chapters for unit 1 online examination. Well, on that note, again, coming back to safety first. So we all have safety first, page number 24, textbook on hand. We're going to refer to both textbook and our mobile phone. Right now, can we focus on page number 24, safety first? Do you see something in yellow? It's called aims. Aims is objectives. What are we going to learn? We're going to learn and understand how accidents happen. What are the major reasons? And know how accidents can be avoided. How can we avoid accidents? How can we all be safe? In simple words, now we can be safe at home. And if we have to move out, what can we do? We have to wear gloves. We have to wear a mask on our face, and we don't have to touch our hands. If we had to touch anywhere, we have to first wash our hands at least for 5 minutes and then go ahead and eat or wherever you want to touch at your home. But be safe, be cautious of what we all are doing. The third pointer is deal with emergencies at home, at school, and on the road. Once again, I'm referring to the textbook. In general, if you can read accidents, you might think about the word accident. My question to you all is, can somebody plan an accident? Obviously, the answer is no. Nobody plans accident. It just happens. If you are not careful, you might injure yourself. That's an accident, right? So, the next slide, now can we see on the video on YouTube, please? So, safety is as simple as ABC. My God, safety is as simple as ABC. Who has created this? Well, ABC stands for always be careful. Always be careful. If we are careful and if we know that I don't have to do these all things to protect myself from getting injured, I'll be careful. Isn't it? You get a lot of news these days of a lot of accidents happening around. And what happens eventually, accidents does a lot of damage to our property, but most importantly to the life. Car accident, bus accident, airline accidents, road accidents. Someone is walking, car hits a person, that is also an accident. So somebody might lose their life or somebody might get injured. Extreme cases are of life. However, people might or mostly get injured. What happens at the end of the day? Accident causes a lot of pain and suffering. Right? It does not cause happiness. Hey, I met with an accident, right? That is not possible. So the only intention is to be careful. Because accidents cause a lot of pain and suffering. And how can accidents be avoided? Page number 24. We are at the line number 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth line, accidents can be avoided if we follow safety rules at home, at school, and on the playground, and also on the road. Am I right? And injuries at home are mostly caused by various reasons. We are going to look at all those reasons. We're just doing a random recap of the chapter. So be with a broad mind that I will be covering it from the textbook, and few pointers extra which we have added is from the slide. So injuries at home are mostly caused by slipping on the floor. The floor is wet and you're running. What will happen? Slipping on the floor. Somebody has kept banana peel on the floor. You have to put your foot on that. You will eventually slip on the floor. Burns. Heat. Vessel is hot, you touch it. It causes burn. Burn causes pain, suffering. Electric shocks. Your hair is standing right now. Okay, so electric shock, apart from fun, you have to be careful, especially in your bathroom. If you have geyser, you are wet, your hands are wet, you end up touching an electric board without a wrong intention, obviously, and there's a high possibility you might end up getting shock. So always be careful while using it. And chemical poisoning. The word itself, poisoning, is like, no, nobody's poisoning us over here. It is just that few medicines which our elderly people uses at home are only for them, but we might end up consuming it, so it might be poison to us. Medicine might be an heal, means might be actually a cure for someone, but if the drugs that are used in the medicines, okay, the medications which are given to a particular patient is only because they have certain symptoms, but if it is given to us, we should have those symptoms. But if we don't, then what we should do, we should not consume those medicine. In simple language, these are all possibilities that these injuries might happen at home. Now let's look at this new slide which will explain that accidents may take place inside as well as outside our house. Possible? So there is a saying that accidents might happen. Few people might say, accidents mostly happen outside. It doesn't happen at home. And there is a strict no to it, because accident might happen everywhere. On road, inside, outside, at home, school, premises, on the road, wherever you are, there is a high possibility. So accident may take place inside as well as outside our house. Okay, this is just an example of a boy lighting a firecracker. So we have to be careful. We can avoid most of the accidents that take place around us. I hope everybody is now watching the slide on YouTube on this video. If we are careful, we can avoid most of the accidents that take place around. So here, especially during Diwali, the photo itself shows that we need to be very careful with firecrackers, right? Especially I used to love playing with firecrackers, but now no more. Even there are many children who have given up on firecrackers, not only because it's unsafe, but also it causes a lot of pollution. And we somewhere, if we can contribute little bit by not playing with firecrackers, we can keep ourselves not only safe, but also we can ensure that our world is free of pollution. If we cannot decrease the pollution, then why to increase? It is as simple as that. Just one more slide to understand some safety rules to be followed. We are going to cover this slide later. Now let's go back to the textbook, page number 24, starting with safety at home. So when you think safety at home, how can I be safe at home? My parents are around, obviously I'm safe, right? Is it? Not necessarily. Let's have a look. Slipping on the floor. We have already explained it in short. In the past video also we have seen slipping on the floor is highly possible if you don't pay attention and you're running and the floor is wet. A person can slip and fall on wet floor, trip over scattered toys, or stumble down the stairs. So at your home, if there are stairs and you're not paying attention, just running, what will happen? You will tumble down, right? Stumble down. And next is wet floor. We already spoke about trip over scattered toys. You can see page number 24. A boy is playing figure 3.1. A boy over here is playing with toys. Toys has wheels. One of the person walking or entering the house, if he or she does not pay a lot of attention on the floor, and there's one of the car has wheels, if he or she has to put his or her foot on that lying scattered toys, So obviously end up slipping and injuring themselves. So the answer itself is there in the possibilities. Keep the floors at home clean and dry. Do not keep it wet. Take care that the bathroom and the kitchen floors are not slippery at all. Do not leave your toys and other things lying on the floor. So once you're done playing with your toys, please keep it in the cupboard or the respective places where your parents have requested you to keep it. We are still on the textbook. Third pointer, use a step ladder or a stool to reach something placed high. So step ladder, we have seen a ladder, right? We know a ladder. I can give one Hindi word over here, CD. Ladder is CD. So at a distance, I'm also a short person, so I cannot climb everywhere and anywhere. So to reach at a certain height, I have to use a ladder. Similarly, your parents will advise you not to use a ladder because you're too young right now. But most of us have ladder at their home just to reach at a height. So your parents will tell you not to use the ladder. And once anyone in your house have used the ladder, they should always keep it at a place where nobody can access it. That was all about slipping on the floor. And I hope we are all clear about it. Next we are going to look is about burns. What is the meaning of burns? Burns is something related to heat, fire. Am I right? We are on page number 25 textbook. Children, let me tell you that we have to get use of the textbook because unit 1 syllabus or the paperwork that we are designing all about is from the textbook itself. Whatever is not there in the textbook, I will show it on the slide. I hope this helps. We are on page number 25 and we are starting with burns. So burns, if I'm going to talk about, is accidents due to a fire in the kitchen can cause serious injury or even death. So our parents, you know, they cook, or you may have a servant at your place, they cook food for you, right? Food is prepared because of fire. There's a gas cylinder. Before you sleep, you turn off all the gas knobs. What happens if the gas knob is on? There will be a foul odor, some different smell, gas smell. And if anybody at that time lights fire, for example a lighter or a candle or a matchbox while praying, what will happen? Boom. And it is as serious as somebody might just not get caught with fire, but also might cause serious consequences leading to death. So we have to be careful at home. If our parents are not doing it, we will also suggest them that you should all do this, please, because your safety is our safety at the end. So one must not wear synthetic clothes. Synthetic material is a material wherein it catches fire easily, very prone to fire, supports fire, like how water connects or a good conductor of electricity. Similarly, synthetic clothes in the kitchen should not be worn at all. Such clothes catch fire easily, just for our protection. Next point is gas stoves when not in use. The knobs should be turned off. They must be checked regularly to avoid leakage. So for burns, we have two things. First is we should not wear synthetic clothes. Remember, this point is very critical. And second is gas stoves, gas knobs should be turned off while we are sleeping or when not in use. Right? And also call your gas station, gas cylinder person, HP gas, Bharat gas. I'm sure your parents must be doing it. If there's any kind of leakage, we need to call them and inform them because it's for our safety. To get rid of burn, which is very painful, is difficult. But prevention is always better than cure. So if we protect ourselves, we be careful, then there are 0% chances that we will be injured, because we are always careful, right? Before we go to electric shock, there are a few pointers that I would like to request you to look on the screen right now, on your mobile screen or laptop screen. Some safety rules to be followed are not only at home, but also do not play on the road. Do not cross the road when the road is busy. Absolutely. Always follow traffic rules. Use zebra crossing. When there is a sign of a person on the indicator of the road, of the traffic signal, please follow it. Use zebra crossing. All of these we are going to study later. Next, related something to burns. You see, in the kitchen, use thongs. Thongs or a thick towel when you hold any hot material. So you must have seen this barbecue thingy over here. This barbecue machine over here gets your paneer, then it gets your tomatoes hot. But when you're using it and you want to get hot vessel or a material, you want to hold it. You can't hold it with your naked hands. You have to use a pair of thongs over here, chipio, that we say, or a pair of towels, clothes that can get also hold our vessel properly, and also makes us very comfortable to use it, and also get rid of burns. So this is related to burns topic. And the next video is, if you see this is related to, think about it, what it is related to. Have we covered this today? Throw vegetable and fruit peels in the waste basket to avoid slipping. What is this related to? The word itself is very clear, slipping. This is related to slipping on the floor. So over here the lady is throwing maybe banana peel or waste on the road. So why do you do it? If you have a dustbin, use it. Would you make your home dirty? Never, right? You always keep it clean. Similarly, on the road also, you will not throw banana peel at your school. You will not throw banana peel in the classroom. Someone might slip on the floor and might get injured on their head, which might be serious consequences. There might be serious repercussions. This accident might lead to a very bad injury. So let's not do all of these things which will hurt someone. This is also related to keep the floor clean. If you spill something on the floor, wipe it off quickly so that you or someone else do not slip or fall. Am I right? Next is also in the bathroom, keep the bathroom floors very dry when the bathroom is not in use. So sweep over here trying to clean the washroom. Always flush once you're done using the washroom. Perfect. So most of the things we have covered. Also an extra thing, place a non-slip mat. See, this is non-slip mat, a rubber mat which you see outside your bathroom. You wash your feet and then move around, because you do not end up falling. So just put a non-slip mat outside the bathroom door to wipe your wet feet. This also is one of the prevention or protective measure that you can take. Very interesting. Next, do not leave your bar of soap on the bathroom floor. Bar of soap, your Dettol soap, Lifebuoy soap, Dove soap, anybody might use. So if you keep the soap on the bathroom floor unintentionally, if somebody else comes and somebody has to fall you because of that soap bar, okay, they might get injured. So you may slip on it and hurt yourself very badly. These things are related to some basic actions at home. Do not play with your father's razors, blades. They can cause cuts on your fingers and your hands. So you have kitchen, right? Obviously everybody has kitchens where parents cook or your servants might cook. So there's knife. Do you use knife to draw, to cut your nails? No, right? We don't use it. We have nail cutter and we use it in front of our parents, in presence of our elderly people around. We do not use knife, and we are not allowed to because of our age. Multi-purpose instrument over here for cutting, that also we are not supposed to use because they're sharp objects. You might end up injuring your finger or your hands. Before you go to next very interesting topic is electric shock. So please do not use electrical appliances only for making your work easy, but also it gives a lot of convenience. So what we can do is we have to use electrical equipments very carefully. So what all we should do is do not touch electrical fittings with wet hands. Let's go to textbook page number 25, electric shocks. First point out, do not touch electrical fittings with your wet hands. You may get electric shock. Everybody knows why. Because water is a good conductor of electricity. So if your hands are wet, then there's slight electric shock possible over there. You will be the first one to get it. Do not go too close to a table fan. A table fan over here, figure 3.2. A girl is combing her long hair next to a table fan. If her hair gets caught up in the table fan, what will happen? We know what will happen. We are not discussing it. Obviously, she might injure herself. So do not go too close to a table fan or heaters if they are on. If someone gets an electric shock or sees a spark, the main switch must be turned off immediately. So if you and one of your parents are at home, and if parent has to get into any of these scenarios, your job is to move and turn off the main switch to stop that current flow, due to which there's an electric shock. We're going to stop here today because of time restrictions. Only one thing, do not touch plugs and switches with wet hands. They may give you electric shock. On this note, today we have covered safety of home, slipping on the floor, burns and electric shock. We'll continue tomorrow's video and we'll try to complete the entire topic, and then we'll continue with the questions. If any, please reply to me, text me. Please complete your assignments on time. On this note, I would like to thank you all for watching today's video. Hope you have liked it, and also please go through the video at least 2 times and try to learn through it, and also go through your textbook and start preparing for examinations. Thank you. You all take care. Bye bye.